So most of the time, players get better after their rookie season. It's very rare that a player peaks in their rookie year because most of the time they're somewhere between 19 and 22 years old. You don't hit your physical peak until your late 20s, especially when you're training at their level, and for that reason it's very rare that players are at their best at the start. Normally by about year 4, year 5, maybe even a little bit later they start to hit their peak. A lot of time for the first few years, especially in the one and done culture, the first few years are a learning experience, but for these guys their rookie year was actually their best year in the NBA. Of these 5 players, 2 of them were rookie of the year, 1 was an all-star in their rookie year, and the other 2 just really peaked as rookies. I'm going to start and finish this with players that were rookie of the year. First up was rookie of the year in 2014. This guy actually does have time to improve and become good, but I highly doubt that he will become a decent NBA player. In his rookie year, CarterWilliams averaged 16.7 points per game, 6.3 assists per game, and 6.2 rebounds per game, which is not bad at all. He was doing it for a terrible 76ers team and was shooting 15 times a game, but it's still not bad. He nearly got a quadruple double in I think either his first or second game in the NBA against the Miami Heat, and that was back when the Heat had LeBron James playing with them. He looked extremely good and was a standout in what was in general a poor rookie class. Obviously Giannis wasn't Giannis yet, Oladipo was the next best rookie, but the standout was CarterWilliams. After that rookie season, he averaged 14.6 points a game the next year, 15 with Philadelphia, 14.1 when he got traded to Milwaukee. The year after, he averaged 11.5 points per game, and then this year with the Chicago Bulls, he averaged 6.6 points per game, which really is not good, especially considering the fact that he shot 23.4% from 3 and only 36% from the field, which is terrible. Next up, we have got a guy who was a big part of some of the Chicago Bulls teams that won NBA championships. He was a massive part of that first three-peat, and it's Bill Cartwright. In Bill Cartwright's rookie year, he averaged 21.7 points per game, 8.9 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game. He was an all-star in that rookie season for the New York Knicks. And as his career went on, he became just a role player. He went to Chicago Bulls in 1988-89, first year averaged 12.4 points per game, and when they won championships he averaged 9.6, 8 and then 5.6 points per game. But the thing is, he said himself that he cared more about championships. He was a starter for the first three-peat and has 3 rings with the Bulls. So while his career could be very different had he stayed with the Knicks or played with a different team, because he averaged 17.5 points per game in '86 after a foot injury with the Knicks, but he decided to focus on winning championships, and even though obviously he won a lot more with Chicago Bulls, as an individual his career took a big hit after his rookie year. Next up, we have got the guy who was drafted 1 pick over Russell Westbrook, and it's OJ Mayo. OJ Mayo is one of the most hyped high school players of all time. He was drafted with the 3rd pick in the 2008 NBA draft. OJ Mayo had an exceptional rookie year, like a really good rookie year, averaging 18.5 points per game for the Memphis Grizzlies in 2008, and his second year wasn't too bad either, when the Memphis Grizzlies, I think it was the first time they made the playoffs, and he averaged 17.5 points per game. But after that, he's only had 1 season where he averaged more than 12 points per game, which was in 2012-2013 with the Dallas Mavericks, where he averaged 15.3 points. Then he signed a big enough contract with the Milwaukee Bucks, struggled to stay in shape for a couple of years, and is currently out of the NBA serving a drugs ban. So yeah, it's unlikely we ever see OJ Mayo on an NBA court again. So next we've got one of the biggest draft busts of all time, and it's Adam Morrison. Adam Morrison was drafted with the 3rd overall pick in the 2006 NBA draft, and people thought that he was going to be a superstar. Some people even compared him to Larry Bird. Yes, Larry Bird. And said as a worst case scenario he would be a smaller Dirk Nowitzki. A worst case scenario, yes. According to Draft Express, they said at worst he was going to be a smaller Dirk Nowitzki. His first year was not terrible. He did only shoot 38% from the field, but he did score 11.8 points per game, which is not bad at all. 3 rebounds, 2 assists per game. That's not terrible with the Charlotte Bobcats. He didn't play at all in the second year. He got injured. After his injury, he only played 2 more seasons in the NBA. In the 2008-2009 season, he averaged 4.5 points per game for the Charlotte Bobcats for a bit of the season. Then he was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers, where he only played 8 games and averaged 1.3 points per game. In 2010, he was with the Los Angeles Lakers, but this year he played 31 games, but only shot 23% from the field and averaged 2.3 points per game, which is terrible. But at the same time, Adam Morrison does have 2 rings, which is 2 more than a lot of people have. But he also contributed about as much as Sun Yu did to those teams. And last up, we've got one of the best rookies I've seen in my lifetime, and it's Tyreke Evans. Tyreke Evans' first year in the NBA was incredible. He averaged 20.1 points per game and was a 6'5" point guard playing for the Sacramento Kings. Tyreke Evans could do pretty much everything. As time went on, Tyreke Evans started playing more at the 2, and for a while he was even playing at the 3, which is a big change from the fact that he was a point guard in his rookie year where he had the most success. Tyreke Evans did suffer from a few injuries, always struggled with his jump shot, and after that was never really the same. He could always score the ball, averaging 17.8 points in his second year, 16.5 in his third year, and averaging 16.6 points in the 2014-15 season, and even 15.5 points 2 seasons ago. Like, that's not bad at all. But the thing is, Tyreke Evans never lived up to his rookie year. His best year was as a rookie, and he was expected to become a star. And whether it's just injuries or just lack of improvement, he never was a star. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he's out of the league soon, because right now the only thing he seems to be able to do is put the ball in the basket, and he can't stay healthy for long enough to be an asset to any team. So anyway, that's the video. These are just 5 players that peaked as rookies. Most of these guys, well, all of these guys except Adam Morrison were not bad players. I think Mayo CarterWilliams will be a decent player, but the thing is that they were all best in their rookie year. So anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.